What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Vigilante, and you're experiencing the Vigilante effect. And if you've watched my video, I think it was 2 days ago, regarding the PS4 and my predictions for what the announcement is going to be for February 20th, obviously came up to be the PS4. The conference was held today by Sony, and I'm here just to give you some updates, some highlights regarding the what the announcement gave and what I took out of it and my thoughts regarding the next generation now that we have an announcement like this. First of all, the conference began with basically the representative talking about Vita, the PlayStation Vita. And my first thought is, stop talking about the Vita. Please tell me this is a conference about the PS4. And then finally, they announced the PS4, and then he starts talking about the PS4, and eventually I'm like, okay, you need to stop talking now. For me, I wasn't too excited after watching this conference. Hopefully they give us a lot more information than what they gave us in this conference. But basically what they gave, the PS4 is obviously going to be more powerful than the PS3. It seems to be that it's going to be a very powerful machine, but it looks like the direction that they're heading heavily is towards integration with other systems such as the PS Vita and social integration. This is their main focus, social integration. That's basically all they talked about. So with the PS4, what I mean by social integration, let me just give you all the specs basically that I took out of it. It's gonna be more social. You can play, you can record your gameplay and upload it through the PlayStation itself. You can browse your friends' gameplays. So if someone's playing a game, you can actually browse his game and watch it in the background. And you can even join, you can comment on his game if he allows you to. And you can join him in the game. And if he wanted to, let's say he wanted to leave and he wants you to finish the game, you can take over his controller, quote unquote, or take over the game from that point on, from the point that he left off. So that's one thing. You can broadcast yourself. You can make it that you have it's almost like a live stream type of thing where you can set a time where you let your friends know when you're going to play a specific game so they can come and watch. Really, I don't know anybody that's going to do that unless you're someone that's on YouTube, maybe like someone that's on YouTube that has actual following. Not like someone that has like a lot of people following that would be interested in watching. But for the general gamer, I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't even really be excited about something like that. And for the general hardcore gamer, that's not really something that they're going to be looking for, I don't think. But anyway, there's going to be, what did I say? What's left? There's a lot of things left. Let's see here. You can broadcast yourself from the game with a camera. You can broadcast yourself as well. Like the camera would actually show you in the gameplay, kind of like a live commentary type of thing that can actually show you. Like I said, friends can join you in the game and take over it or comment on your screen as you play. Now, the integration with handheld devices, he specifically mentioned the Vita, and he specifically mentioned tablets and smartphones. There's going to be a lot of applications that are going to be put out, I'm assuming for each developer or for each company. They're going to have their own application for a specific game where basically you can go on the application on your smartphone, you set up a time, like a challenge, let's say a fighting game or something like this, the example that he gave. You can set up a challenge through the application, and then you can come to the PlayStation 4 and actually partake in that challenge against whoever you challenge. And that can go on to the tablet as well. With the PS Vita, they're basically going to use it in almost the same exact way as the Wii U. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to have more capabilities because of the fact that the PS Vita is a system on its own. I assume that it will, but basically the examples that they gave is that you can turn off your system. Let's say someone comes in the room, they want to use the TV, whatever the case may be. You can turn off and basically have it transferred straight to your PS Vita, and you can start off right where you stopped on your PS4. Now, I don't know if you can take it out with you do you have to be a certain distance away from the PS4, or you can just take it out completely? I don't know if that's something that's in the future. You're gonna have to pay extra for that, or you're gonna have to actually have the game on it. Would you have to be in the vicinity where there's Wi-Fi and the network of the PS4 is actually streaming? I'm not. They didn't give any details on that, so I'm not really sure. Now, the that's for the PS Vita. With regards to the network, there's a lot of things with regards to the network that these are the things that basically kind of ticked me off. The network, they're using Gaikai technology for the network, for the PS network. They have a new interface and everything. The interface is basically a lot more. It looks like a lot more user friendly, but it really looks like it's more family oriented. Almost like it doesn't look like a gamer setting. Like, it really just looks like that they're really pushing for that whole social thing. Oh, speaking of social, or speaking of network regarding social, they're going to connect Facebook. Facebook is actually going to be connected to your PS4, and they can have it where whenever you're playing a game, it goes straight to the Facebook. I don't know if it's going to be your Facebook, or it's Facebook that you create that's based on gaming. Basically saying what game you're playing, what did you achieve, all that stuff. Really, that wasn't, I don't really, and that was one of their major points, the whole time just sitting there waiting for something spectacular. Like, no, what is the new system going to actually offer me? Technically, all these things, they're already offered, more or less, I mean, you it's just a matter of breaking it up. I can go on the PSN website or the PlayStation website, set up an account. I go on Facebook, connect my PlayStation Network account to Facebook right now. And when I'm playing something or whatever, it can go straight to my Facebook already. So that's not really something that's that big of a deal. And basically everything else can be done, via HDPVR or just general broadcasting. And if not, you can do them through games such as, let's say, Black Ops 2. They have already that broadcasting availability where people can actually watch you while you're playing a game. You can set it up, and I don't know if that's the major focus for gamers. I mean, I don't go on to play Black Ops 2 so I can have people watch me. I make YouTube videos for that. That's a whole nother thing, but I don't go on the actual game system, the game console, to do that. But anyway, for the network, Gaikai, they're using Gaikai technology, and basically the network is what's going to be, the Gaikai is going to be what facilitates for, the whole PS Vita integration. And the claim is that this is going to be the fastest gaming network on the market, period. And it's going to be so fast that you can basically just turn off your game. You can pause your game or turn off your game, and then when you turn it on, it's going to be the same game, right where you left off. They have a system where you can download, when it's digital games, when you're downloading the game, let's say it's download 2%, you can begin playing it at 2% as it continues to download in the background. That's pretty cool. But again, it's not like a major selling point. I'm not going to go buy a console because of that. That's not. I'm still waiting. What is it that you're offering me that's, something that makes me really prompts me to go and get the PS4? Now, the issue with the network, and I'm not sure many people picked up on this or not, but first of all, the PS4, this was stated clearly, the PS4 will not be backwards compatible for PS3 games. Now, I guarantee you, people are going to say, no, they clearly said you can play PS3 games. Go back and watch the live stream and listen clearly to what they said. They said the PS3 games are not going to be compatible with PS4 currently. And what I understand by currently is ever. You're not going to be able to use regular PS3 discs and put it inside the PS4. PS4 is not going to be able to read it. That's one. But you will be able to play PS3 games. How would you do that? Through their network, through cloud gaming, basically. And and what they said is they're going to have PS3, PS2, and PS1 games. What that tells me is that there's a possibility that you're not even going to have backwards compatibility to PS1 or PS2 games, hard disks. I'm not really sure about that last one, but I know for a fact that you don't have PS3 compatibility, unless I assume you're going to have to buy the game digitally through their network. And I mean, how else are they going to recognize that you have, like, let's say I have Heavy Rain. How are they going to recognize that I own Heavy Rain and I'm going to be able to download it through the network? 'Cause that's the only way you can access PS3 games, through the network. That's what they said. It's going to be through the network. So my only assumption is the following thing: is that you're going to have to pay for all those games that you want to play, even if you had them, because there's no way for them to detect that you have them on your PS3. Because the PS3 simply is not. I would assume it doesn't have that technology to say clearly. And if it does, let's say it has the game installed. Let's say I have Heavy Rain installed in my system. How do they know I didn't just borrow it from a friend, install it on my PS3 system, and then gave it back to him and earned a couple of trophies, and now I'm exploiting the system? They're not going to be that stupid. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to be charging for every single game for you to play on the PS4. In terms of any PS3 games to play on the PS4, you're gonna have to download it. You're gonna have to purchase it, basically like the PSN, where you have older PS1 games and some PS2 games. So that's something that wasn't the biggest deal. The biggest deal is what came after that that I didn't like. Personally, a lot of people might think you might think it's a good thing. I really don't think it's a good thing at all. They said there's going to be a lot more personalization for gaming for you. What they really mean by that is that there's going to be less privacy for you. And they clearly said that. They said basically there's going to be a personalized system which tries to learn about you. It says it's just like this. It'll learn about you as much as possible, to the point where Sony will be able to know so much about you that they'll be able to they'll be able to get a game for you before you even begin to download it. That's how much they'll know about you. And there's going to be when you buy a game, this is something else I don't think people may have picked up on, but they said clearly when you buy a game, your friends are going to know about it. So your friends can instantly know that you bought a game. What that tells me is, again, that the rumors seem to be very true, that in order for you to register in order for you to play a game when you buy it, it seems to be that the game is going to be registered with your system somehow. And I assume, and I am pretty sure this is going to be the case, that it's going to come with a code that you have to put in and basically register it, tying it to the game. Which basically means that when you come to play a game again, let's say if you were to give the game to a friend, he won't be able to play on his PS3, his PS4, unless he was to buy a code. Very similar to the whole online code stuff, except now they're actually attributing it to the actual game itself. I think this is definitely where they're going, especially by that statement. They really didn't touch on it. They didn't say anything about it specifically, and obviously because that's their first conference. But with that statement that they mentioned that people are going to know when you buy a game, I'm assuming that all these rumors were true, which really, this is what really disappointed me. And I was really excited for this conference, extremely excited, and that really took away from it. And the fact that you're not going to have as much privacy, just, it doesn't. I mean, they don't say it like that. They say, like for instance, they say that they're going to learn about you so much. It's going to be, and they mention it so many times, that they're going to learn about you. That the system is made to learn you. What that says is that it's going to basically be using all the information to market to you. And God knows what information can go out. You know what I mean? Your information is going to be complete access to developers, advertisers, all that. And yeah, that would be a good thing in some way, because developers will be able to cater to most of what gamers want. But again, it looks like it's going to be less privacy, which looks like what the world in general is moving towards now. There's less privacy around us. So that's for network. For the controller, let's talk about some good stuff. The controller didn't seem bad. It was basically the same controller that was there was a leaked controller that was going around recently. It's the same one. It has a touchpad on the top, instead of where the PSN button is, or the PS button. There's a touchpad there, and on the back, or actually there's a bar basically on the part where the USB drive would go in. there's a bar that's basically PlayStation Move capabilities. Excuse me. They're basically going to be PlayStation Move capabilities, and there's going to be a camera that looked a lot similar, a lot like the Kinect. Basically, it was PlayStation Eye, but extended. It looked like the Kinect, basically, and it measures depth and movement, and that looks like it comes with the the PS4 console. So the controller has, it's a little bit more bulkier. Has a headphone jack. It looks like it had like a stereo, speakers, or not stereo, but it has some speakers on it. And it has a share button. Again, this back to the whole network and socialization stuff. This is really their selling point for the PS4. That it's revolutionized because of the whole socialization, not because of everything else. Not because of the gaming, but because of its socialization. Which, I don't know. I'm not really with it. I really want to hear what you guys say down below. Your opinions, what you thought of the conference and whatnot. Some people obviously might not agree with me, but anyway, the what did I say? I said the bar. Oh, the share button. They have a share button that basically when you press, you can upload the gameplay. I don't know where you're gonna I don't know exactly if it goes to YouTube or it goes to the PlayStation Network. I'm not really sure. I don't think they were clear on that, or maybe I didn't hear it correctly. But the share button is basically so you can share the gameplay that you had, that was pre-recorded through the PlayStation itself. So that's for the controller. That's basically for the specs. Games wise, they spend a lot of time showing the games. The specs, it's obviously more powerful than the PS3. It seems like a very powerful system. It's going to be 8 gigabytes RAM memory, and the GPU is like the best on the market. I'm not really familiar with the GPU and all that stuff, but then when they showed all the gameplay, to be honest with you, initially I wasn't really too wowed by any. There was a couple of games I wasn't too wowed by. I was like, wow, what's the difference between this and a PS3 game? Killzone, they showed the new Killzone, basically like Killzone 4, something Shadow. I forget the name of the exact name of the game. That looked pretty good, but again, I just felt like, yeah, it was a step up from PS3, but then it wasn't too much of a step up where I'm floored to the ground, like, wow, this is amazing, because how much better can you get? You know what I mean? Like, at this point in time, I don't know how they're going to improve in the generation that comes after these consoles. I don't know what they're going to improve and how they're going to do it in terms of graphics wise. But graphics of the games, they look very good. They also came up with another infamous the Second Son. It's called. The Watch Dogs is going to be on the PS4. Excuse me. Destiny is going to be which is Bungie. Bungie's jumping onto Sony, and they're making the game Destiny, and I think they're also going to be making it for PS3. So yeah, there was a couple of games. Some of them, they looked interesting. Others, they really didn't look interesting at all. At the end, everything in totality with regards to the PS4, I was not too wowed. I was actually pretty disappointed. And I'm still looking forward to see, first of all, what Xbox has to offer. But I don't think they're going to be offering anything too different from the PS4. And from the rumors going around, the Xbox is not as powerful as the PS4. And what's really turning me off from the PS4 is not the games, because it has the power. What's turning me off is the whole social aspect of it, and the fact that I feel like, I truly believe that for me to play the PS4, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some sort of privacy, or some of my information. It's gonna be like a norm. It's not even like a secret. You know what I mean? Like it's not some conspiracy theory. This is gonna be like norm. I'm going on knowing that this is what's gonna happen, and the fact that I feel like, I'm pretty sure they're going to be limiting the use of the games in terms of especially used games, that you're going to have to probably buy a code to play them. Again, this is speculation, but it's speculation based on what they said clearly. This has been Vigilante Effect. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like videos like this, like the video, just so I can make more stuff like that, more type of well, there's no interaction between you guys right now, but more discussion based on the future of gaming, or based on this technology. At this point, to be honest with you, the Wii U is not looking bad at all in my eyes right now, and I feel like the Wii U is probably going to pick up once they come up with new titles. I think they're waiting for the PS4 and the next Xbox to come out. And again, like I said in the last video, the PS4, they said is going to be released. They didn't give any prices at all, and they said it's going to be released in the holiday of 2013. So I think I was pretty accurate with that last prediction with all the stuff I said. I'm pretty sure I was accurate. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought. Were you excited? Are you still excited about the PS4? Personally, I didn't close the door 100%, but I'm not really happy. I'm not really excited as much, but I'm still open to seeing what they have to offer, and I really want them to wow me. I really want to see something that prompts me to say, you know what, let me buy this system. I think the system's going to go around between 500 and 600. I know IGN said something around 400. I don't think that's going to be the case. Just with all the technology that they mentioned, it looks like it's going to be between 4 and 5, at least 5 and 6. I'm sorry. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and peace.